Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another video of the Shoulders of Giant YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to be getting into Smol Brains, everything that's going on with the treasure map and the token magic. Is this the time to buy this thing? Because one thing for sure is you cannot ignore it anymore. We're going to get into the basics of what Smol Brains is for anyone who doesn't know. Then I'm going to give you my thoughts on how to play this if you're just getting into this in 2022. If you like these kind of videos, please go down below, like, subscribe, turn on your bell notifications. And with that being said, let's get into it. So the Smol Brains is a simple NFT project that started in a very community driven way. Mint was free, and the way to get whitelisted was you had to hand draw a small brain and submit it in the Discord. And anybody who drew it got accepted in the whitelist, the first 5,000. These NFTs you can buy in the Treasure Marketplace. They are not in Ethereum, they're actually in the Arbitrum blockchain. So keep that in mind because we're going to come back to this point further in the video, which makes it one of the most bullish things for this project. Now, the interesting thing about the Smol Brains is that their utility is not just something that they provide by holding the NFT, but it's actually something where the NFT changes the appearance of it as the utility increases. So the way it works is, as you can see, a screenshot from their Discord. The smart contract is collecting the average IQ of all monkeys for every 10-point increase in average in monkey IQ. Monkeys of at least that IQ level can unlock special feature, maybe your own plot of land. So at this time when this came out, it's like in October, the land wasn't out yet. At 50 points, your head expands to one size larger. 6 possible sizes, 300 IQ is the max, and but new things start to happen when you reach the max head size. So if I go into the marketplace, as you can see that if I do by head size, this is what they look like when they're 0. They look like pretty small brained. But if I go to 5, you'll see that they look huge. These guys, the hat's like not even fitting in their head. So makes it look like a really funny thing appearance wise. But that's not all. As you're staking and you're getting more IQ points, right? So you get more IQ points by staking as time passes. And as you're staking and getting more IQ points, you can also unlock other goodies as long as your NFT is staking, such as land. And based on the points you have in your IQ, your land starts to get more functionality, such as it gets bridges, house, construction starts to happen. This one has some trees, etc., etc. It starts to evolve. So they took this evolving aspect of the NFT to another level, really layering in and making it, in conjunction with the IQ points or length of staking time. They really did a good job spoiling their early community, especially the people who kept staking the NFTs for everything from land, their own cars, and more recently, pets. Now, at this point, some of you might be thinking that, okay, it's one of those things that I wasn't really early in, and I probably missed it, and it had its time. Now it should go down. But before you jump to conclusions, it's worth taking a step back and looking at the overall picture. The Smol Brains, who's really behind it? If you look at these guys that they constantly quote in the Discord, this is one of the developers, right? Neil. I won't try to say his last name. Then there's JC, then there's Max Me, and a bunch of others. And if you take a step back from here and even look at the treasure map developers, so this is the point where I had to take a pause and kind of really think about what potentially could have happened here. So Arbitrum is a blockchain that hasn't been in the spotlight really, not even close. I mean, most of the action is still in Ethereum despite the gas fees, and then Solana is a secondary one that has been getting more in the spotlight more recently. And if you were to think like, how would somebody really bring a lot of attention to a blockchain that could be better, faster, cheaper, right, than Ethereum, but is not getting that traction? Well, what better way than one of the most hottest things that really took off in all of 2021 across the entire sector? NFTs, but using all the things that worked in Ethereum so far. So it's not just an NFT, it's an NFT with utility, but not just that. So June, July, it's also like August, September, October of last year, which is basically it has some kind of staking mechanism and some kind of utility forming with a token involved. and they are all kind of working together side by side. So Small Brains, to me, what it seems like is their initial project to onboard you in the Magic token, which is the marketplace that could potentially become a competitor to something as big as OpenSea. That might sound crazy at first thought because it's something OpenSea is doing billions of dollars in value, but we have to remember that not too long ago, it was not even doing double-digit millions. Whereas the Magic, the token for the Treasure Marketplace, if you look at it where it was just in October, it was like 3-4 cents, right? And right now it's over $4. It did 100x in roughly 2 months, which is staggering growth. And I can't help but think the way this project took off and how the sequence of execution was so well executed, it really looks like it was done by people that has far more skills necessary to do a quick cash grab NFT project, right? You can see, like, just from the like early on, to qualify small cards you have to have Small Brains staked. Like, they always made sure that people are in the game and this has enough things coming out to keep the attention of the people, right? This one is a good one. Smalls must be staked. They can't get their license if they're not smart enough, so you need to be in the staking and getting, like more IQ. Now, they said that, IQ doesn't matter for that specific instance, but the point is they made sure that the players who got early in, they stayed within the game, and it was like a very hard decision for them to sell. You must have land to receive the car. Where else are you gonna where else is your car going to get parked? So this is for the free car. You should have your land. So don't paper hand your land. So all the ways they went through it, it kind of reminds me of Neo Tokyo, how they kind of really punished people who sold early and stuff like that with upcoming new releases and stuff like that. Now let's get into the meat and bones. How can we play this to have the maximum capacity to win in 2022? And this is what I think. We already seen the potential that can happen with the Magic token. 2 months did a solid 100x. But getting in right now, aping in right now, it might be a little bit of a stretch. Gary Vee tweeted it. It's pretty mainstream right now, and a lot of people are gonna say in the threads that, oh, you're still early. But hey, the market's down. Things are not financial advice. Anything I say, you're welcome to do what you want to do. But I'm looking at that. Point is, that's one of the options. You can buy a Magic token. Number 2 is you can play the game, Small Brains, and stake and get these tokens, because it's one of their plans that after the 90 days are in, they want to start having a way where you can earn Magic token by staking your Small Brains. That's another option. The other thing is, if you do a little bit digging, it's not play this game, it's play these games. They're having more games in their ecosystems, and small bodies is a whole another kind of thing, completely different than Small Brains, but they're interconnected, right? And they have only one thing in common, that they are taking place in the Magic marketplace, Treasure Marketplace. So my understanding would be here. This is what I would be doing. I would be looking at what other games and ecosystems this is going to be going into. What other games are going to be Magic, the Treasure Marketplace are going to be involved with. Because if they have executed so far so well, I would pretty much assume that the next project, Small Brains, Small Bodies, Small Legs, whatever they're gonna go next to, it might not even be called small, it might be a completely different thing, but they're not gonna drop the ball. They want to make sure that this train keeps going, because they don't want to drop this momentum. It's only going to be done by high-level programmers, whatever project they get into. So see if you can potentially get into the next project that this is going to be involved with before it blows up. The second thing you could do is start looking into Arbitrum. So far, we know that they are connecting the dots and having people onboarded to the Treasure Marketplace, the Magic token. But what if this entire line, this entire project, could be a chain of command from something even bigger, such as low-key fund from Arbitrum that funded this kind of these developers to really onboard people to the Arbitrum blockchain, right? With one of the most efficiently executed NFT ecosystems, ecosystem type projects that launch Smol Brains, and then bring them to, away from OpenSea to a marketplace like Treasure, and then in the end have people start coming into the Arbitrum blockchain and paying more attention. If that's what this is going to really do, then you might want to start looking into this a little bit early. You can see the space. Even a couple of weeks being early can make a huge difference. And if you spend a little bit of time to see what kind of projects are going on, which ones have some traction, which ones seems like some kind of economy, Ponzi-nomics systems are starting to evolve, it could be leading you to the next project like Smol Brains before it blows up. Hope this made sense. Like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.